So we learned about 5 essential characteristics of the cloud. We took a look at different cloud service models, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Now let's move on and take a look at different cloud deployment models. Cloud services can be deployed in different ways, depending on the organizational structure and provisioning location. Other factors to be considered are privacy, security, and compliance associated with the specific business. So there are 4 different deployment models as shown on the screen: public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public clouds are made available to the general public by a service provider who hosts the cloud infrastructure. Generally, public cloud providers like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, and Google own and operate the infrastructure and offer access over the internet. Public cloud shifts the capital expenditure to the operating expenditure. So instead of the capital expense of building a data center and buying hardware and maintaining internal expertise, you can just pay for the operating cost that you incur for the usage of cloud services. With this model, customers have no visibility or control over where the infrastructure is located, and it is important to note that all customers on public clouds share the same infrastructure. So in short, public cloud supports multi-tenant model. However, public cloud customers benefit from the economies of scale because infrastructure costs are spread across all users, allowing each individual client to operate on a low cost and pay-as-you-go model. Another advantage of public cloud infrastructures is that they are typically larger in scale than an in-house enterprise cloud and provide clients with seamless on-demand scalability. Public cloud offers the greatest level of efficiency. At the same time, you are sharing resources or infrastructure with the other customers. In comparison to public cloud, private cloud is a cloud infrastructure dedicated to a particular organization and is operated by a single organization. It can be managed internally or on-premise, that is, and also by a third party. It can also be hosted internally or by a third party. Private cloud allows businesses to address concerns regarding data security and location of data, so it gives them more control over their cloud, which is often lacking in a public cloud environment. Now on the flip side, private cloud is more expensive. So if you are hosting private cloud internally, then setting it up requires significant capital expense, as the organization will have to spend dollars on setting up a data center, procure hardware and software, and maintain internal expertise. However, at the same time, the organization can leverage this investment and pool the resources among different applications, departments, or business units. On-premise private clouds are best used for applications that require complete control of the infrastructure and security. On the other hand, you can also host a private cloud externally, where a third party specializing in cloud infrastructure is hosting your private cloud. The cloud service provider facilitates an exclusive environment with full guarantee of privacy. This format is recommended for organizations that prefer not to use public cloud due to risks associated with the sharing of physical resources with other customers. Alright, moving on to community cloud. Community clouds are used by distinct groups or communities of organizations that have shared concerns such as compliance or security considerations. Computing infrastructure may be provided by internal or third-party suppliers. So community cloud benefits from public cloud capabilities, but at the same time, communities utilizing the community cloud know who they are sharing the underlying resources with, so they have fewer fears about security and data protection. Last but not least is the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a composition of 2 or more clouds, so you can perhaps combine private cloud and public cloud or community cloud depending on your needs. So by spreading things out over a hybrid cloud, you keep each aspect at your business in the most efficient environment possible. However, the downside is that you have to keep track of multiple different security platforms and ensure that all aspects of your business business can communicate with each other. Hybrid cloud will be applicable in a situation where you would like to utilize public cloud for general computing, but you would like to keep the customer data within a private cloud to ensure data security and protection. Alright, so we have looked at different cloud deployment models. Now in the next section, we will look at how Amazon Web Services stacks up against its competitors, and we will also look at the scale of Amazon Web Services. Alright, let's move on to the next section.